stars. I'm here to rock you guys down to the core, to get you guys out there, to find your own rock star within you, to get you out there, to make you move and to make it happen, to help you get to the place where you, from where you are to where you want to be. We all have that inner rock star. You've got it, I've got it, and it's just a matter of getting in there and finding it. Okay, skills. Here's a little skill, playing the guitar, right? I love skills. We've been talking about gifts. Listen, we're going to switch over to skills for a little bit here. This is a continuation on my teaching on gifts, skills, and talents. We're going to get to talents eventually. But skills are these things that we learn. We just put in the hours and we learn them. And it doesn't, and sometimes they connect, when they connect with your gifts, they're more like talents. But what I'm talking about when I talk about skills, I'm talking about things that we all had to learn to do, whether we really were interested in them or not. And what's so awesome about that is that just goes to show that what you can you can do it if you put your mind to it, right? Okay? And sometimes it's a pain in the neck, but very often we are greatly rewarded with something that we did not even realize we had or could do. So human beings are capable of so much if sometimes if they just put a little time in, they can master it. And one of the reasons I'm talking to you guys about this is because this idea of marketing, this idea of entrepreneurship, this approach to creating income is very, very foreign. And guess what? It's a skill. You'll learn it. Okay, and sometimes it's real slow going and you screw up and you got to go back and you got to do it again, but you hone it and you get good at it. When you get good at it, then it becomes really exciting and really fun and you want to tell all your friends about it. Okay, so this is a skill and you can do it because you've learned other things that you were totally disinterested in the past. I promise you. For instance, okay, and I probably maybe I mentioned these examples in a previous video, but we're going to get into a few more today. In my house, you had to do chores, okay? So we learned how to do things around the house, okay? Little things, you had to learn how to cut the grass. You had to learn how to clean. Those seem like small things, but those were things that you were not interested in that somebody said, here's how you do this, and you did it, okay? And you learned it, and you were able to clean your own house and cut your own grass and do all that stuff now. If you ever had to work as a young person in some sort of get starter job, some kind of minimum wage job, the quote unquote flipping burgers, all right, you learn skills in that profession, especially if you were in a position where you had to deal with the general public. I worked retail several times. When I was in my late teens and early 20s, and it really was a good experience for me to deal with the general public. And I wish that I would have actually had somebody there at that time who could have explained that to me and explained the power of that and the importance of that and how that could be used to other things, because I felt like I could have gotten a lot more out of it. So those of you guys out there that might be in that position right now, you're just getting started with your life or your career or your business, and maybe in the beginning you are working these, like you're working at a Starbucks or something like that. Look at that as an opportunity to develop the people skills, to talk to people and to create relationships, even in a few seconds over a counter, over a little bit of money being exchanged. It's how can I build a rapport with somebody in that short amount of time? If you can master things like that, you will have very powerful skills when it comes to doing anything else you want to do. Okay? So you're getting this idea that even if you don't really like it, sometimes it can become a skill. Some people do things because, I got to feed my family. So they... even though they may not be real interested in plumbing or heating and air conditioning or house wiring or something like that, they learn the skill because they have the motivation, because they're trying to get a job, because they're trying to take care of their family or pay their bills or whatever. So these, again, most people are not passionate about heating and air conditioning repair. Maybe you are, but I'm saying that I would guess that it isn't a major passion, but people become very, very good at it. Usually what happens, so here's what's interesting about skills. Another thing I love about skills, it's very often you can start out with something going okay, I guess I got to learn how to do this, and you put the effort and you put a smile on your face and you make it happen and you learn it. When you get good at it, when you find that you master it, then all of a sudden it kind of becomes enjoyable to you because it's good at it. We all like doing things that we're good at. I'll give you a sort of an example, and you guys that are musicians can relate to this. You know, you sit down to pick up your guitar or your drums, your keyboards, or to sing. What's the first thing you tend to want to do? You tend to want to do what? Play your old favorite licks, okay? Play your old favorite riffs, you know, because why? You sound good playing them. We all like to experience that, like, yeah, I can do this thing, you know? So, of course, you don't want to stay there. You want to grow, but it goes to show you that just because you're not all that interested in something doesn't mean that you can't develop the skill and that you can't later on apply that skill to something really powerful. And just the idea of skill building, skill collecting, skill learning is a very important concept. Just the idea that you can do this is really, really helpful, because you guys are going to be doing all kinds of things in your business that you never thought you were ever going to be able to do before. And it's going to be really exciting. When you master these things, you're going to feel really, really awesome. We cannot describe the feeling. The only way I can compare it is just think back in your own life of things that like you thought were kind of a pain in the neck, but once you learn them, you're like, wow, this is really good. I mean, a lot of people that do computer programming had to learn certain computer languages, and it was nerve-wracking, but when they really had mastery of it, they were like, yeah, I can do this, okay? So the examples go on and on and on, but skills are awesome. Do not ignore skills. A lot of the skills that you developed early in life can absolutely be used for other things. A good example is the one that I talked about a few minutes ago with your retail experience. So look at how you can bring skills into what you're doing. I bring my guitar playing into my marketing business, okay? You would think, well, how the heck do you do that? But I'm doing it, okay? I'm finding ways to work it in. It's a skill that I have. And it's also part of my talent and part of my gifts, but it is a skill that I'm able to now apply to something else. So look at your skills, look at everything you're doing and say, is there a business here? Is there an entrepreneurial venture here? Is there a way to turn this into money or more money, or a way to increase my income because I have this skill set and maybe I'm not using it, or maybe I haven't thought of it or framed it in this way with my business? So think about all of that stuff. There's a lot to think about here with skills. So make a list of your skills and then decide where you are, where you want to go, and how those skills can help you get from where you are to where you want to go. Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please, I know I took up a lot of time today, but please check out the links below. They're all very helpful and will help you get to where you want to go even faster. Speed of light, right, guys? Awaken that rock star within. My name is Lee Lombardi. We'll see you in the next video.